Oh, morning YouTube, it's Stack Smart here again, and yeah, this morning I've got a really juicy one for you. The title of this video is 5 Reasons to Stack Semis Over Generics. Oh, I love a little antivirus message coming up as part of the video. That's beautiful, isn't it? 5 Reasons to Stack Semi-numismatics Over Generics. Okay. This particular video was prompted by a comment on one of my other videos that says silver is all silver. It doesn't matter what type of silver you buy, it's no better than each other. One set of silver, generics or whatever, are the same as semi-numismatic silver coins. So you might as well save yourself a bit of money and not bother with the semi-numismatics because they're dearer on the premiums than the normal silver. Just buy the normal silver and save yourself some money. That's the thought process. So this video is to talk a bit about this mentality that all silver is silver. Now, let me make myself really clear. I don't think that all silver is the same as each other, but it is a controversial subject in the stackers. There tends to be two types of stacker. The first stacker is the stack and hold stacker. Saying stacker a lot, aren't I? What this type of stacker does, they buy silver for insurance, they buy it and keep it. Then what happens is, when the economic collapse happens, you sell it for assets or new currency, and it protects your wealth. Now, I love these type of stackers, and I think they're doing a fantastic job, and if that's what they want to do, you will protect your wealth and you will come out of the economic collapse well. So don't get me wrong, I'm not knocking them type of stackers, and they can pick up silver really cheap. You know, you can pick up silver for about spot a lot of the time, if you're not bothered what type of silver you buy, and they tend to be these silver is silver type people, and I'm happy for them to do that, and you know, that's fine. The second type of stacker is what's called a stack and flip stacker. These are terms that I've come up with myself. So what happens there is you buy coins for insurance and investment. When a coin escalates in price, you flip it for another semi and then wait for that to escalate. And whether the collapse happens or not, your stack is multiplying. So the stack and flip stacker are buying coins that are maybe semi-numismatic, or they have some sort of numismatic value, and when that particular coin escalates in value, then you sell that coin and you buy potentially 2 more semi-numismatic coins and wait for those to escalate. So let's just analyse the two types and whether silver is really silver, or whether a semi-numismatic coin will make you more money in the long term than a normal generic coin. So what I'm going to do this morning is I'm just going to do a quick analysis on eBay between a Canadian maple leaf from 2012 and a Chinese silver panda from 2012. Okay, so both of these coins, the maple leaf, you know, will be £3 or £4 less premium in the UK than a silver panda, but it's not a massive amount of difference. In 2012, you would have bought this coin dependent on the silver price for about what this particular coin is selling now for on eBay. Currently it's on for £18.99 on a buy it now with free postage, so £19 for a 2012 Canadian maple leaf that you would have bought for about the same price. And I'm going to compare that with a 2012 silver panda. Now, there's not very many of these silver pandas on eBay. This is the cheapest buy it now panda I can find for £37.99. So you would have bought the panda probably for £22–23 back in 2012, but now they're selling on eBay for £37.99. So you've made a significant increase in your investment during those 2 years. You've made an extra £18 or maybe £15 or something from the Canadian maple leaf to the silver panda. So what I wanted to do was bring up 5 points why you would choose semi-numismatic coins over generic coins. Okay, so here we go. Number one is they are often much prettier. When I have a look at the generic coins and the minted coins, they do have some aesthetic value to me, but when I look at for example, I'm looking at the African elephant series here on Google. I love the different designs of this coin, this particular 2013 model. I love the design of it. I love the sunshine, or whatever it is, moon on this 2014 coin, the African sun. I love, the differing designs. This one's from 2015, Elephant and Young. And I just don't feel like in the generic silver I get the variety of design, and some of the coins that I'm holding in my collection, they're just breathtaking the way they look, and I love just going to the thing, having a look at the range of semi-numismatic coins I've got, and just having my breath taken away at times, thinking how beautiful the coins are as they kind of sparkle, and I would miss that very much if I only collected generic rounds. So that is my first point. They are often much prettier. Number two, there is a much wider range of coins to collect. If you're just buying mint coins from eagles and maple leaves and things like that are the standard generic coins of the government, then you're missing out on all sorts of different designs and all sorts of different coins, and it limits your stack to just the generic ones that are cheaper, definitely, but it just doesn't give, in my opinion, it doesn't give me the joy of having the wide range of coins to collect that you can collect with the semi-numismatics. So the second point is there is a much wider range of coins to collect. Number three is they make you money while you are waiting for the economic collapse. Okay, so say if we bought 10 of the maple leaves for 18 quid back in 2012, and we bought 10 of the pandas for 20 quid back in 2012. So let's do the maths on the bottom of this Word document. So let's go for so we're buying 10 pandas at 20 quid. We're buying 10 maples at 18 quid. Okay, let's call the maples 15 quid just for the sake of argument. So obviously we've got a £5 premium on the pandas at the moment. Okay, so we hold both of those coins till 2014. So in 2012, the pandas are worth 200 quid. The maples, the pandas cost you 200 quid, the maples cost you 150 quid. Okay, 2 years later, say 3 years later, we'll talk 2015, the pandas are now worth 40 quid. So the pandas are now 400. And the maples, maybe there's some premium on them, maybe they're worth 20 quid each now. 200. Okay. So, say if you sold half of those pandas that you bought for 200 quid, you bought another 10, so this is in 2015, say. The pandas are now worth 400, the maples are worth 200. So you sell 5 pandas and you make 200 quid, and you buy 10 2015 pandas for 200. Okay, so now if you have the Canadian maple leaves, you haven't really made much money on your maples. You can probably sell a few of them and buy an extra couple, but in this particular situation on the pandas you now have 15 coins, and the maples you maybe have 11 coins. So this is a good example of why semi-numismatic coins can multiply your stack. Hope that's clear. In essence, I'll just go through that again just so that it's clear. So you buy, in 2012 you buy 10 pandas at 20 quid a piece, you buy 10 maples at 15 quid a piece. In 2012 the cost of them was £200 for the pandas and £150 for the maples. In 2015 the pandas are now worth £400, the maples are worth £200. So you sell half of your panda stack and buy 10 more 2015 pandas for that £200. So that now means that you have 15 panda coins and 11 maples, because you would have been able to sell 2 of your maples in order to make profit. But it probably would have been only been able to buy 3 maple leaves out of the profit, so it gives you 11 coins. Pandas gives you 15 coins. Anyway, the long and short of it is it's a complicated calculation, but if the semi-numismatic coins double in value over a 3-year period, you can get a lot more coins for your money in order to be ready for the economic collapse. So that was number 3. They make you money while you are waiting for the economic collapse, and they can be flipped before the economic collapse for a profit. Okay, the reason I've put number 4 in there, it seems the same for number 3, but a lot of the generic collectors say if they have a problem financially, you're having to go back into your local coin shop and sell your coins, oftentimes for less than you bought them for. So for example, if you were to have bought coins in 2010-11 when the price was $35 an ounce, you'll have bought at $35, but you've only been able to sell them recently for $20. So if you'd have bought a semi-numismatic coin at that time, oftentimes you'll have either kept your money or your money will have escalated in that time. And that leads me on to number 5. eBay gives you a much better return than the coin shop. So as I've shown in my eBay analysis, the maple leaves are still around £19 for 2012 units, and the pandas are £38 now for 2012. If you took both of those coins back to the local coin shop, you would probably get the same amount for each one. But if you sell both of those on eBay, you almost double your money on the 2012 pandas. Okay, so that's my video. In summary, there are 2 types of stackers. Stack and hold stackers, they buy silver for insurance, keep it, and then they're going to sell it in when the economic collapse happens. And stack and flip stackers, who buy coins for insurance and investment. When a coin escalates in price, you flip it for another semi-numismatic coin and then wait for that to escalate, and that multiplies your stack. There are 5 main reasons I feel that silver is not just silver, and it's important to stack semi-numismatics, and they are: they're much prettier, there's a much wider range of coins to collect, they make you money while you're waiting for economic collapse, they can be flipped before the economic collapse for a profit, and eBay gives you a much better return on semi-numismatics than the coin shop. Okay, hope that's helped you. Hope it's given you food for thought, and shown you how much money you can actually make through semi-numismatic coins over the years. And please like, subscribe and comment. I'm sure it's going to be a big one for comments. It's a very controversial subject within the stacker community, so feel free just to have a rant if you want. I don't mind. You know, let's thrash this subject out. Or is silver just silver to you? Are you a semi-numismatic collector and you've seen an increase in your profits and coins? You know, let's have a fantastic discussion on this. Obviously, you can see what type of stacker I am. I'm a stack and flip stacker. But please like, subscribe, and comment. And also, if you could please hit me up on Twitter. My Twitter account is StackSmart, so it's at StackSmart. So add yourself on there, you'll get all the latest feedback and videos straight to your Twitter account. You know exactly when I'm posting. And let's grow this community together, and let's understand, you know, silver and what the best investments in silver are, and the differences between stackers, and let's just increase understanding and stack smart together. Okay, ta-ra for now. Hope you have a fantastic day, and I'll see you next time.